Hi, everyone. Hi, Moose. Welcome, guys, to another episode of Woman's Sky. Still trying to figure out what the most bestest studio setup's going to be. It just seems to change every week, and that's okay for now. Yeah, it's nice to be here. We're going to have a beautiful painting today. Don't sniff the paint. It's good advice. Good advice. Especially if it's really old, it's stinky, and it might make you throw up. Hi, Galrack. Hi, Joker. Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming by. So, as usual, you'll want a canvas of some kind. Today, this is an old thing I made for like a thing that I was in, and we were writing postcards to, get out the vote and things like that. And I am low on canvas and just didn't have time, or, bills are taking precedence right now. So I'm just sort of being creative in terms of recycling or reusing things I have around as canvas, because you can do that. And I encourage you to do the same. From the beginning, we started this during the lockdown. So the whole point has been do art with what you have. Like, don't look at money as a barrier. Hopefully, as long as you're not slitting your wrists and painting with your own blood, everything else is pretty much fair game, right? Dimesh Smash, hi, great thumbnail, babe. Thanks. It's so confusing to go live from my laptop, guys, because the only chance I get to frame the camera view is with that thumbnail, and then the chat apparently starts prior to me actually going live, and so I don't even know if you guys see each thumbnail attempt that I make, or if you just see the one that I actually go live with. It's a little embarrassing to think what you may have seen before. And then also when the chat comes out, it covers the share button. So then I have to, I don't know, it's been very interesting. So I can't wait for whatever the goalpost is so that I can go live from my phone camera, because it's a way better camera. And I'm sure I'll be able to hook up a great mic to it as well. In any case, again, we're just not letting things stand in our way. We're just going to use what we got and move forward. That your canvas for the day? Baby, we got to go get you some more. Yeah, we do. Yeah, when I have time and a little extra cash. Moose, hello to Mash and Joker and Galarac. Hey, Moose and Joker and Mash, of course. Only see the one. Oh, good. That is a relief. Thanks, Moose. Cool. So you'll want your canvas, your cup of water, some brushes, and a palette to squirt your paint out onto. This really truly is becoming a piece of art in itself. It's almost too much to try to clean at this point. And I kind of don't want to, because it's really pretty. And we have another pretty one in development, just in case. This one's not as pretty, but So, did you see the picture, you guys? The picture that I put down in the Discord for our inspiration today is a marrow bulb from the Dimash Smash Hub planet Ropester Umat. So, I'm going to bring it up for you in case you haven't seen that. Oh, it's so, so pretty. And forgive, down there in the lower corner is Scottish Rod finishing up his live stream. So, yeah, isn't that pretty? Oh, go away. There. Gorgeous. The caves in Ropester Umat are full of beautiful pink glowing marrow bulb, and I absolutely adore it. So, gotta go put Munchkin in bed. BRB. All right. We'll see you in a minute. We're going to start by covering up this background with some purple and blue and black. And we're going to make some, hopefully some bright pink with white and red. So I don't have a pink on its own. That's all right though, because I love mixing colors. Super fun. We might use some of the, see, the purple we're going to use is pretty classic purple. And then I have this sort of lighter purple. Probably use 2 different purples today. And we won't need that. Yeah, I think that's all we need today. So just to review, black, blue, purples, red, and white. Those are the colors we're using for this painting. And so we'll start, I'm going to blend the pink sort of from the center out to the edges, and then the edges will be darker because the marrow bulb does have that glowing light effect. So we'll start with some white and work our way out to the edges with some more dark colors. I'm here. Hey, Scottish Rod. Sorry to interrupt your stream, bud. You could have kept playing. You know, the painting doesn't get interesting until a little bit later anyway. Hey guys, Dimash is there lurking at work, which I do appreciate, so sweet. Just squirting all my colors out. That's fine, Madfish. Well, I almost wonder if I should think up a different time to do my painting streams, because if I did it earlier in the day, then maybe more people in the UK who enjoy No Man's Sky would be able to tune in. I don't know. And Beeblebum is usually building and streaming during this time. I don't know. I'm not going to stress too much about it. Also, because, you know, these streams can be watched anytime. It's definitely the chat is part of the fun for me. But I hope that people, if they're feeling like doing a painting and they need inspiration, they can always come back to these videos and do it at a later time. Also, it helps for people who want to take more time, because I kind of blow through these paintings, right? And I try to keep it under 2 hours. Sometimes we do a good job of that. And that's a little fast paced for some people who are just starting out painting as a hobby. You get faster, like you get good at game, you get good at painting. So, yeah, oh, this is a new paint, you guys. I have to struggle with this little plastic bit. Hello again. Alrighty, come on, bud. No, I was looking for something sharp. I'm not sure I have it. Maybe just a pen. Open your paints before you start your stream. How about that? There we go. We did it. Thank you, Mr. Pen. All right. It's a new paint. I don't know how long it's been sitting on a shelf, so I'm going to give it a little shake before I squirt it out. And some black. A little black goes a long way. And we want to do a little mixing of the pink before I, so I've got all my paints cord head out here. See the shiny ones and the little dollop of white, and the red's right there. So I'm going to mix just on the edge of white. So I'm going to keep some white unmixed, but I'm going to use the edge of the white to mix a pink with that red. And then leave some of the white just normal. In case I need a different pink, I'm going to have this on standby. I just hate this little jar. Every time it's hard to open. There we go. So, like I said, we're going to coat our background and start with a center spot of white. Most of the people here were with me, which was nice. If I'd remember your times, I'd adjusted mine a little extreme. Hi, Moose, be careful of the pointy stick. All good, Scottish Rod. And last week, I was a little late to this because of technical difficulties. So I know I got to get into a rhythm so you guys have it stuck in your brains. And we're going to try to work quickly. We're giving big broad strokes with lots of paint on the brush. And we're going to work quickly into the next color so that this is still a bit wet when we move to the next color, which will be our pink. When we're ready for that, I'm not even going to wash my brush. I just keep the white on there. I'm putting the pink on now so they're together. Yes, the pointy end. And just touch that pink to the outside edge of that white area you just made. When you get a good coating of that, then start to work it inward and blending the two together. Pretty. And they blend and they sort of become a nice gradient. You can work your way back out once you've visited the center where it's a brighter white, then start working your way back out to the edge. Pretty. Now, marble, as we all know, is found in caves. And so this is just a gleaming spot of light in a dark cave. That's what our blue and the black is for. So I'm just going to rinse that brush. I forgot my paper towel, guys, but I know I have one close by. You know what would be so cool is if I had like someone who could play like some singing bowls or something in the background while we paint together. It'd be so relaxing. So I'm just rinsing my brush and getting the water out. And let's grab some blue. And focus on the outer edge right near the pink, but not quite touching it. That is a bright, bright blue. Very pretty. What's great with a brush like this is you can paint with the width or with the thin way. So on the edges where it gets skinnier, I'm just turning my wrist a little bit so that I'm painting more with the straight in line with the bristles instead of the full thickness of the bristles. So once we've got that blue sort of set to the outside, we'll start working it in a little bit to our pink. Now, red and blue make purple. Pink and blue, depending on the qualities of the two paints, doesn't always result in purple. I'm getting kind of a violet gray is what's going on. So we might go in with some actual purple. I'm grabbing a little bit of water to just see what kind of blending I can get by reinvigorating. I might even grab a little bit more of my pink that we started with and throw it in here and see what happens. So something about the quality of these two colors, it's not becoming a genuine purple that I really wanted. So I'm going to grab actual purple and just help them become friends. It's like common ground. I'm just going to throw some purple down and then blend. There we go. That's turning out pretty nice. You guys can't see it, but that Sharpie from the previous sign is kind of shining through the paint. So I'm going to do a little bit more of the plain white and pink in the center. That's crucial to the next part of our painting. Sorry for the shaky camera. So I'm just going to take some of my white again, lubricate the center with some nice thick white paint. I'm going to focus actually on those areas where the Sharpie's trying to come through. And then we'll grab some of that pink and give the edge some love. So for my brush strokes, you'll see my wrist is really moving as I go around. I'm even twisting the brush slightly in my fingers as I go. So I'm trying to keep the width of the brush against the canvas the whole way around. Then I'm gonna clean this brush a little bit to blend out the white. Hi, J Spot J, Woman Cloud. I love it. Well, and the real thing is, I welcome all kinds. The Woe Man Sky was just meant to be a silly pun. And I wanted to be able to like remind myself to say my catchphrase, "Whoa, man, whoa, man." And it's just not happened yet. Whoa, man. So up close, this isn't as bright white in the center as I wanted. I'm just going to try a little bit of dabbing with my paper towel, not like this. Just with some white on the paper towel. And just giving that some texture. Oh, this is cool. I might do this, see if I can't fade it out. We'll see. That's kind of cool. So then I want to do with the black kind of a vignette effect, just allude to the darkness that is around this bright spot. And so I'm going to use a medium-sized brush. No, woman, sky doesn't flow as well. That's true. Yeah. So with the little bit of black, try this vignette effect. So really it's just putting some darkness in the corners that will kind of blend into the blue there. So actually I'm going to grab a little bit of that blue while the black is on the brush and soften that transition a little bit. We'll do that on all the corners. Cool. So I'll give you a close-up look. I just love the soft transition. So, I just grabbed a little bit extra blue so that we didn't get any dry brushing effects from the black. So you can see there just a little extra blue, and then pulling that blue back into the black that you put down. Blend, 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 blend. And now we've got this gorgeous, just beaming light out of darkness. But no woo man's sky. I always call it no man's sky. Awesome. Cool. I'm glad you like that so far. The texturing, can you guys see the cool texturing of the paint from the paper towel? It's awesome. It looks great. But here's the thing. It's super wet. So we kind of got to let that dry before we can move on. But let me show you that picture again for anybody who jumped on after. So this is the marrow bulb from Ropes Your Uma, the Damash Mesh Hub Planet. It's so pretty. So this is, we're kind of doing an up close on what effectively will be 1 or 2 marrow bulbs, and then we'll have some pretty foliage sort of framing it, and maybe a silhouette in front too, just to help with some of that more framing, and also reminding the eye that we're in a bright spot in a dark place. It looks like it's glowing. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. So that's our purple is for this beautiful foliage on the edges around here. And then we mostly got pink and reddish tones to work with. I also love those little shroomies, so I'm hoping to include a couple of those in there. Thinking about my composition, where everything's going to lie. Because the brightness comes out of the top of the marrow bulbs, but then also the bottom. It sort of spills out onto the cave floor. So we're going to probably put our marrow bulbs so in this bright spot that we've made, so that it's casting the brightness down onto the ground of the cave as well as above, and lighting the foliage around it. So what we can do is actually get a little bit started with the basic shapes. Give ourselves the path for all the things we want to put on there. So the marrow bulbs, Even if they blend a little bit with our background, it's fine. The marrow bulbs have this nice, almost, what shape is that? It's like a vase. Don't forget to smoosh the like, y'all. Well, thanks, Joker. Hi, Michael Stapp. Good to see you. I'm doing well. How are you? Only took 3 book reads. What are we talking about? Oh, 3 book reads to get your child to sleep. I see what you're saying. I know, they just want one after another, right? My nephews are the same way. You must be a good reader too, Galrack. Thanks for the reminder, Joker. It's smooshed. Well, thanks, guys. Yeah. So we're gonna do 2 little marrow bulbs. And the top of them will be like here. Okay, so there's one. I'm just making a little oval. That's the opening of the top. And another one here. Then this one's probably behind the other one. So we'll do this one first. So up close, we've got the base for our marrow bulbs down. They also have those little kind of like Kermit the Frog collars underneath. So we'll give those some shape as well. Beautiful. So that's our basic skeleton for our marrow bulbs. We're going to go in with different details as we go along. This is a juicy painting today. We've done a lot of landscapes so far, you know, and so I wanted to do a little something different today, something closer up, something beautiful, something that, you know, without marrow bulb, honestly, the day that I found out that marrow bulb could be refined into sodium, game changer. I had no idea, and I felt like such a lunatic for not having thrown it in a refiner just to see what could happen. So yeah. Now I want to, the little shroomies have little purple stems, so we can throw down a bit of purple just to show where our shroomies are gonna go. They're not the belle of the ball, so we're kind of gonna try to keep them looking like they're in the background. So maybe over a little bit where it's darker, but they're still catching the light being pulsed out from the marrow bulbs. So we'll just do like a little stem here. And he'll have a buddy. Wow. Oh, thanks, J-Spot. You can join Madfish Magpie's Discord and submit your pictures for her painting stream inspiration. Thanks, Joker. You're the best mod. I don't play favorites. But yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, you guys, you can post it either in the art tutorials tab or the NMS screenshots tab. Either one is safe, but NMS screenshots, it's just fun, right? We all love seeing all the different things, and you can post multi-tools there. That we are getting a lot of those things taken care of in the Dimash Discord, and that's just fine. So yeah, wherever you want, blow it up. The personal refiner, an improvement that I didn't know I wanted. Right? Exactly. Got to get that personal refiner. It's very important from the get-go. There we go. Little stems of the shroomies. And there is a darker red plant nearby that has this beautiful shape. The singular stalk that has all of the little leaves coming out and a single leaf up top. So I want to put one of those in here that we're going to echo later in silhouette. We'll do one that's catching light and then a couple more that are shadowed by the silhouette of the marrow bulb and the darkness of the cave beyond. The viewer is in the darkness and we are peering at this beautiful beaming light. It's great. So yeah, that one's going to come in from this edge. And it's okay if it blends a little bit with the paint background that's not dry yet. If you want to darken it a little bit, stick to the side away from the light. It would be brighter and pinker on the side that's catching the pink light of the marrow bulb. So the leaves on this side will be a darker red. Gonna have to get more red paint. Almost done with it. And each one of these leaves is just a little like almost pear-shaped, but comes to a point. I didn't know till quite recently, but I hadn't had a fresh start since launch until I started the survival playthrough. Oh, wow. Wow. How cool. And a single leaf at the top. And then the matching leaves on this side. And that juicy background paint is still not dry. So that's the thing. It's going to blend, and that's all right because the red is blending and reflecting the light of the light source. I'm actually using it to my advantage, and I'm pulling some of that white paint back along the lower edge of these right-hand side leaves. And as we move away from the light source, we won't need any of that. The fact that these are colorful will imply the light is hitting them, because we're going to have, like I said, some silhouetted versions of this plant at the end as a finishing touch. Beautiful. So up close, so you can see that blending we did. See how the juicy paint from the background touched these leaves and became a part of it. It's perfect. That's just the way it ought to be. The mushrooms that we put the little stalks down for, they also have little red caps. So we'll go ahead and hit those now too. There we go. They kind of overlap each other. Then the big purple plant comes in from this side over on kind of on top of the marrow bulb. So I want to use one of these fun fan brushes. Sometimes we have these and we're like, what are they for? I don't know. So we're actually going to use some today. This one has a nice uneven thing going on, so I'm going to use this one. I'm always inspecting my brushes because sometimes a flaw in a brush can be what you need to make whatever effect you're looking for. Even brushes that, like, I think somewhere around here, I have one of my teeny tiny brushes that got left out too long and it dried with paint in it, and so it's really, really hard. Well, that's the most like a pen I can get if I'm trying to do really thin lines. And so when you're trying to do that, if you don't have a teeny tiny expert microscopic brush that has perfect bristles, some messed up mistreated brush might be your best friend in that case. Hello, Mighty Monarch. I'm loving that color palette. Isn't it pretty? Yeah. Yeah. The colors today are black, blue, white, purple, and red, and pink, and blends thereof. I'm loving it. This is the pink marrow bulb from the Roadster Umat planet in the Damash Smash Hub. I want to say the Smash Hub sometimes. I also sometimes want to say the Shub. It's a few things. Awesome. Welcome to the stream, Mighty Monarch. Thanks for coming by. So we're moving now to the purple foliage that's swooping out from the left-hand side. Well, it's the right-hand side of the painting. My left, your right. And we're using our little fan brushes. And I'm using the bristles on this brush are a little bit coarse, so they're stiffer, and the edge of the brush is a little messed up. So we're going to use that to our advantage. I like to, if there's quite a bit of paint on this brush, and I think these effects can be a little better with a bit of dry brushing. So I'm just going to dab off some of the excess paint before heading to the canvas. So get off that excess paint, and then we're just going to come in from the side and try to make some fuzzy flora shapes. And then maybe I'm going to try for just a tiny bit of overlap on one of my marrows. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Rockin'. I still want some of that background cave to pierce through. But this plant really is super bushy. So I might even throw a little bit of it here. Yeah, it's really almost closing in around that light, so that light is even more pulsating. So I have a slightly lighter purple, and so I'm going to take that slightly lighter purple, and I'm going to touch the edges of the purple bush that are closest to the light source. So our bush has 2 tones of purple. The part of the purple that is in the darkness of the cave, and then the part of the bush that is catching the light of this beautiful beaming marigold. And for the bits that are closer to the marigold, we might even do just a slight blend of that pink and this light purple, the pink of the marigold that we use. And the spots that are real close, they're actually going to catch more of the light color. Just a hint. And I'm not going to take that out here. It's just for the leaves that are closest to the marigold itself. Cool. So a little bit up close for you. That's what that looks like. Now, the edges of because of the canvas we're using today, the edges of the inside of my painting are all messy and I'm just going to be going back over that, and at a later time when all this is dry, I'll tape it off and then make the frame a whole different color, something that's going to make it probably just straight black, because that's going to make the colors we're using really pop out. A little bit of a mess here. Give me 1 second. Here we go. So our marigolds are still pretty wet. This is a juicy, juicy painting today, like I said. So we're going to go in and do a little bit of detail painting on all our bits and pieces. So I want to start by doing some pretty little white dots on the mushies. So I'm actually going to use the stem of a brush and not the bristles, this part. And we'll just grab a little bit of our plain white on the end and go poof. I'm going to try to go in irregular and various sizes. Don't want it to look too much like a polka dot pattern. So up close, there's our mushies. Kitties, what's going on over there? Sounds like Godfrey's beating up his brother. That is usually what the case is. I'm going to take a little bit of that darker purple. We use the light purple to make the mushroom stems, and they're just not standing out very well. So I'm going to take the darker purple and highlight the side away from the light source. And I'm gonna maybe just put a second coat on the lighter purple for the stems. There. The stems just stand out a little better now. I think I'm going to just take a tiny wipe on my finger and blend out the bottom. Yeah, then it's just more ambiguous where the ground is underneath them. The ground is being still spilled onto by the light of the marrow bulb, so less important where they are sitting on the ground and more important just that they're there. You see just that little bit of blending out softened the border where the stem stopped. Now, I want to pay a little more attention to our marrow bulbs and darken the little oval at the top just a little bit. So I'm going to take the pink we created and put a little more red in it. So this was the pink we started with right there. And I'm just going to grab a little bit of red and blend it into that pink. So it's the same tone of pink, but just a little darker. And I don't need a lot of it. It's a pretty pink. Taking that little bit darker pink, we'll go back and revisit the little opening here. And give it some depth. Then I also want to take that darker pink and we're going to touch the base of the marrow bulb with it. And I'm also going to hit the bottom sides of the Kermit the Frog collars. So close up. Getting a little depth now, some texture to the marrow bulbs. In the picture, the shading is so dramatic, the bottom of the marrow bulb is actually black. I don't think we're going to go that dramatic. It's almost red, too. We'll see how these turn out. I just love pink. You know I love pink. So we're actually going to brighten up the pink a little bit. On the rim. And then giving it some texture coming down. I almost covered up one of my little Kermit the Frog collar dudes. I'm going to try to bring that back in. Cool. Up close. How about you, mighty? Nom, 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 noms the mushrooms. Hi, Deavanti. Sorry, catching up with you guys. I got in a painting zone. You spilled paint water. I did. It was bad. But you know what's great about not having carpet and having linoleum now? I can clean it so much easier. How's everyone today? I see a mad fishy. Oreos for everybody. How about you, mighty? I'm good. Internet back, and I got to stab people with a pointy stick. Now I'm unwinding with Madfish. Yay! I'm so happy you got your internet back. That's so brutal. Munching on Oreos. Scottish Rod sounds like a good time. I'm good, just hanging out for a bit before I go mow the yard. Devontae, no, don't touch the butt. Looks amazing, hun. Oh, thanks, Tamash. Must get out of cave. Yeah, I feel that. Sometimes the cave is where your life support gets a chance to recover, though, right? Yeah, it's so cool. So then our marigolds have this cute, they have little, I think the right word for it in terms of flora is called stamen. But the little nubby guy in there, that's like their sex organ, basically. So we want to put that in there. And I'll do that also with the stem of a brush and not the business end, this end. So just grabbing some of that white on my brush, on the stick part. Give it some love so it can get some love. Hashtag bee update. I mean, how can all these plants grow without bees? I suppose it gets around on the fauna and whatnot. There they are. There's my boobies. My life support is more like a gas chamber. It need an AI to make it function correctly. Oh my goodness. I renamed my life support Too Soon to Die. I need 2 devices so I can watch you and Beeps at the same time. I know, Michael. Stop. Well, I appreciate you multitasking like that. And tell Beeble hi for me. I think both of us are like, oh, that we miss each other's streams, you know? Probably more so me than him. I don't know. But like I was saying, I maybe need to come up with a different time. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't want to do that because I like consistency. And if I did a different time, I feel like it would be earlier on the same day. So it would be like today, Thursdays, but I would start it at 11:05, 11:15, because Dimash works at 11, so dropping him off at work. Anyway, I don't know. We'll leave it for now. Now this is looking so pretty. I'm sort of regretting my decision. I said I wanted to do some silhouette framing, but I think we got to stick to our guns. I think it'll come across well. I'm just nervous about it because we're going to use black and it's tough to fix if you don't like it. So we're going to try it out. I think it'll turn out okay. Just what we need on NMS. Murder hornets. No, not those kind. The nice kind. Little honeybees, pollen bees. Those guys are terrible. They eat bees. Those murder bees eat other bees. Is terrible. So, using our black. I'm nervous, but we're going to try it. We're going to try to do some framing that's silhouetted against the light of the marigold on the base here. And it's an echo of this plant. So that's going to be the shape of it. Bringing it up from the bottom. Yeah, I think it'll be okay. Easy now, easy does it, right? That's totally what I'm thinking in my head too. They look like tiny metal droids. Bees? No, the murder bees. Yes, they do. They look almost engineered, right? Hello, people. Hi, Biterback. Hi, Biterback. Oh, Magic. Hi, how are you? Thank you. This thumbnail, though. Yeah. I've just resigned myself to like trying to make my thumbnails humorous because I've fallen behind on my thumbnail game. And so until I'm able to actually make thumbnails I'm proud of, I'll just, I'm digging it. It's hopefully kind of like I'll click on that weirdo. um, so that would be 7:15 p.m. UK time, around or just after dinner. Not bad, right? Like a good digestive stream. It's relaxing. No guns firing off before or after eating. Hello, Butterback. Magic. The Murder Hornets was just a filler episode for 2020. Yeah, probably a distraction from something else terrible. Well, I know quite a few people who actually raise honeybees and are beekeepers, and you can actually become a beekeeper yourself if you have the right conditions and space and time to dedicate to it. You can order bees in the mail and be a part of trying to keep our pollinators alive. I've actually wondered, Mighty Monarch, because of your name, like, do you have like a special interest in butterflies at all? I absolutely adore butterflies, and the monarch especially, very important little creature. And I worked on a winery for a while that had tons of California milkweed growing around it. I got to get back there when they're seeding again because I want to be able to grow my own milkweed to feed the butterflies and be a part of helping those guys get along through life. Butterbeck, evening Scottish Rod. Hi, Magic Within. And I mean, milkweed is kind of a weed. Like it grows like rampantly, like a weed, and so a lot of people will pull it out and get rid of it. But it's beautiful. It's actually a beautiful flower that it produces as well. Keep it, make more of it. Let it just take over. That's what I say. That looks so good, Madfish. Oh, thanks, Moose. I know. I'm really excited about how it's coming along. People says hi. Oh, good. Hi, people. Guys, is my screen doing any? Am I flashing in and out on the video? Because my computer screen is doing a weird, like, white flash, strangely, and I don't know why or what's happening. Hasn't happened again yet. It's mostly happening when I turn my back. It's very strange. Nope, all fine. It's been fine so far. Okay, cool. All right, and you want to do one more of these over here. Got a cat hair on my brush real quick. All right, that's pretty cool. I feel like we need one more, like a little one, maybe two little ones. Like here. Itty bitty one. What do you guys think? I like it. I think that's it, you guys. I think that the only little thing I want to do is throw a darker red, just gotta kind of highlight the two little shroomy guys back there. They're not one, they are two. And I want them to feel like they have their own individuality, though they are connected by mitochondria. No, wait. What? Mycorrhizal tendrils? I don't know. Whatever they are. So I'm just going to do a little darker reddish shadow on the underside of the bigger shroom. Maybe the outer edge of it too. Yeah, that just helped him out a little bit. I'm even going to throw some of that darker reddish color on the outside edges of these farther leaves from the light source. Yeah, got a little extreme right there. So anytime it just, you're like, whoa, too much. Take the other color or the previous colors. And you can bring it back, tone it down, bring it back, tone it down. Yeah, awesome. So up close, just to see that darker texturing we did on the outside of the red plant, just helps bring in that, you know, this is a pinpoint of light in a darker, bigger space. Yeah, there it is, you guys. So I'll eventually be painting the frame of this, so I'll definitely come back one of these days and show you the totally finished product and just how awesome it'll look. But there it is. That's our beautiful pink marrow bulb from the Damash Smash Hub on Ropester Umat. The new schedule, guys, just for everybody for Damash is survival is 8:30 a.m. on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. And then on Sundays, we go back to permadeath in the evenings at 8 p.m. So it's basically 7 days a week, to Smash Hub, survival or perma, having a lot of fun in this new schedule, and even including some Kingdom Hearts, which is, you know, the OG Damash Heart is a Kingdom Heart. So if you want to chill after work with him this evening, he'll be doing that, and that'll be around 10 p.m. this evening. But if you want more survival or No Man's Sky from Damash, that's going to be 8:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. I'll be in the chats, and I'd love to read your comments. And we'll be back here again next Thursday at 1 p.m. with another painting tutorial. Love to hear from you guys in the Discord. The link's somewhere in the comments if one of my mods wants to throw it up there one more time. I'd love to know if you guys want to see me paint other game-inspired paintings. We've done some smash-ups from funny mistakes that Damash mislabeled streams, and those are great fun. But seriously, if you wanted to see like a Horizon Zero Dawn painting or a Tomb Raider painting, or you know, I might be inspired by some of y'all's channels. Moose is been playing Flower and Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I bet there's some really cool stuff in there. So I'm just wondering if y'all would be interested in seeing. I wouldn't change probably this time slot to No Man's Sky, but I might find another place to do another painting stream tutorial that are other game related. So let me know if that interests you guys. I honestly don't think I've ever seen pink ones. Magic, Ropester Umat. Got to go down into those caves. They're few and far between. Some of them just seem like manholes of death. But once you get down into them, there's some really beautiful pink marble. And Play Dreams. I love those bioluminescent plants in those caves. 'Tis nice. Stream is fine on my end. Oh, good. Okay. So we were there. Earlier YouTube was being weird. Interesting. Cool. Thanks for the Discord link there, Scottish Rod. Let me know, you guys, if you want to see other game paintings. And thanks for being here. I so appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day or evening or nighttime, morning, whatever it is for you. I hope that there is a pinpoint of light in this dark world we find ourselves in. And I hope it's not too dark for you. So know it's going to get better and we can light our lamps. And thank you for letting me be a part of your wonderful day. Thanks. Sweet. Love your work. Thanks, Moose. Bye. You're welcome, Diamante. Thanks for the Oreos all the time. I love it. Yum, yum, yum. I'm probably going to go actually get some. So cool. Great. Now, okay. It's back. That white screen thing happened right as I was trying to end off and I couldn't find the button anymore. So anyway, take care. Bye-bye then.